Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, November 14, 2025. Here is another weekly wrap. So let's go to the chart, S&P 500 weekly chart. We got a doji bar here, as you see. We are still above this channel. However, we got for the previous weeks, and we see that market is kind of like getting to the downside. Right now, we are at 5% correction to the downside, and it can escalate down to 10%, which is gonna be the scenario. But I would say we are getting close to the end of the corrective phase. So we will see how market is gonna unfold next week. But I would say right now we are just seeing the stochastic momentum, and MACD is getting into over kind of like a changing phase to the downside, and stochastic is almost about to close below this overbought condition. This means the acceleration to the downside is going to be very sharp, and we can see that market is going to just shake out a bit in a weekly basis, and we can go all the way down to 6,500 area. So if we get to that level, I would say we can see market is forming a pretty nice bottom. At least that's going to be the October low, and it's coming to this SMA 20 on a weekly basis as well. So we'll see how it goes, but I would say another 200, 250 downside, that would be pretty nice scenario for the market to see kind of like a stocks are kind of like a breathing to the downside, and we can see a bottom for the S&P 500. The same here for a daily chart. However, daily chart, we got pretty nice Dragonfly doji here today after kind of like a shakeout. We got a higher low here compared to a couple days ago, but we didn't see a higher high. So remember that. So this is the area 6,860. That's the area that I was talking about. If we get above this, we're gonna go to this double top or even new all-time high. But this Dragonfly doji today is pretty interesting just because market formed a pretty nice a double bottom here. We can see this W pattern is forming, but we need to see obviously break above this important resistance area, which is going to be 68.60. So keep an eye on this level because that's going to be very important for the market based on the daily chart. But if we get kind of like a more deeper correction to 6,500, which is going to be the October low, and that's going to be the area that I'm just looking at, to be honest, as like a very good, healthy correction for the market that we can get back to long position. We start nibbling into the positions, and we are kind of like a changing, or I would say rebalancing our portfolio with subscribers. So there are lots of good names actually are getting interesting level. So we should just keep an eye on those ones as well. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq weekly chart here. So we saw the same thing here. We got a second consecutive wick to the downside. So Nasdaq just got very nice low shadow here and high shadow. So the wick almost was negative, but I would say still we are not in a bad shape at all. So less than, I would say, 5% correction so far, and we may see another potential 3 to 5% correction to this 24,000 area, and that would be it. So if we get below that, that would be scary, but right now we are at 24,000. That would be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking at for Nasdaq to get back into long position. So we will see how it goes. For the daily chart, Nasdaq is the same. So same as S&P, we got a pretty nice a dragonfly, I would say hammer, kind of like a hammer candle here with a lower low. So this is kind of like the shakiness that we see in the technology, but this is not bad. So if you just see that, this is forming a pretty nice double bottom, but we need to see close above this level. That's very, very important. It doesn't mean that when we get double bottom, we're going to see a W pattern. We need to see it stretched out all the way up, and we get close above this 25,500. Then we can see Nasdaq is going all the way up even to 27,000, which is going to be our new all-time high. So we will see how it goes with that one. But all in all, I should say, as long as we are above this October low, we should give market benefit of that, even if we go lower to October low to retest that area. That's not something that should take care of as like a scary situation, because there are lots of buyers are coming back here, especially this area, 23 to 24,000. There are lots of buyers there. Moving on to Dow Jones, which was negative today. And I would say Dow just closed a week better compared to the other names. However, we got new all-time high this week for Dow, which we didn't get for the other indexes. But this shadow tells me this a dragonfly, not dragonfly, Gravestone Doji at the top is forming, and that we should see a confirmation to the downside. We're gonna see another 2-3 weeks to the downside, potentially to 46 or even 45,000 area. Could be the scenario for Dow to finish its correction. Right now, stochastic momentum still in an overbought condition, which we see some kind of like going up and down. This is the nature of the bull market, and overbought can stay overbought for longer than you think. And when we get oversold condition in a bullish momentum, we should just take it as a good buying opportunity. Right here, right here, right here, we got oversold condition. You see that here is the areas that in a bull market, we saw oversold condition. Whenever we see oversold condition in a bull market, that is the buying opportunity, long-term buying opportunity. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to a daily chart. Let me just go to the daily chart here for Dow. We got a second consecutive red day. We got below SMA 20. However, we are above this support, which is November 7th support. And Dow perform better than the other ones. So as long as Dow is performing the better, this means money is rotating to the Dow Jones, and there is no scare for the market. So this is not a typical W pattern. You see that we got new all-time high, and we see some kind of like a nice momentum for the Dow heavy value names. So as long as money is into heavy value names, this means market is just shifting over to the other stocks, not technology. So this means this is not a crash. This is just a correction. And if this correction continues to the downside, we should expect this area, which is going to be the October low, could be a great buying opportunity for Dow Jones as well. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to gold. Gold, we got a pretty nice reversal to the downside, exactly the level that I was expecting, 4,200 area. That is a reversal zone. And I'm just looking for a correction continuing to the downside, potentially to 36 to 35. If we take out this pivotal point, October pivot is very, very important for the market, for the gold market, precious metals, so it can go lower as well. Moving on to silver. Silver is the same. So we got this reversal is continuing to the downside. We got more than 4% to the downside today. And if we get below this 44, we may see 41, $44 area. That could be the scenario for a buying opportunity. So I'm just waiting for that one. This is a pretty nice double top, by the way, for silver. Moving on to crude. Crude is having positive day today. So pretty nice momentum for crude. As long as we are forming this bull flag, we should just give crude benefit of doubt. So looking for this one. If crude take out this 62, then we're going to see a back test going all the way up to 65. And then back test, and then boom, $72 is coming down the road. All right, folks, this is a weekly wrap for the indexes, crude and gold. Next videos is going to be crypto and even individual names. Make sure watch those ones as well. Also put your comment down there and like this video if you like it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.